Welcome to the Snowy Hydro Discovery Centre. We love using this space as a community asset, so it's brilliant to see all these wonderful faces here today to celebrate the diversity of women we have here on the Snowy Monaro. Her ambition to be a psychologist meant that she had to study maths and biology at school and leave her hometown to go to university in Melbourne. She cut her teeth working at the MCG selling pies and pasties, or pasties, depending on which state of the country you come from, during her university days. Her career resume to date is astounding. She's been a senior executive at Qantas, Shell, iMed Radiology, and now at Snowy Hydro, where she is the group executive for people, safety, community and services. As I mentioned, Gabrielle is passionate. She's passionate, full stop. But I couldn't think of anyone better to lead the conversation today with these great women in front of us.
Well, welcome everyone. Fantastic to have such a great crowd here today. Here we are 114 years after the first International Women's Day march in New York. So it's wonderful that we can continue and evolve the tradition. This year's theme is to count her in and to inspire inclusion. Today we've got 3 women that are working in Snowy Hydro and Snowy 2.0. 13% of the construction industry is women. I think with engineering it's climbing up to about the 25%, but certainly Sally, Arlene and Isabel, who are here, are still very unusual in their particular careers. And it would be nice in the next 10, 15 years for that to not be so unusual. So they're here today to also share their stories so that they can tell us how exciting engineering, commercial and law is in construction and energy. Most people will know Evie Henderson, Citizen of the Year, probably numerous times, many accolades. Came to Australia 23 years ago from Switzerland. Most people would look at Evie and say, in our unconscious bias, you're a white woman, you must know how to speak English. It's a bit hard going from German, Swiss to marrying a farmer on the Monaro and going, you beauty, fancy landing here. And Isra Saleh is with us. Isra is a scientist and a science teacher, hails from Alexandria in Egypt. She's only been in Australia, been in Cooma for 6 months. Thanks to Snowy 2.0, her husband is working as an engineer with Snowy 2.0. And she has a great desire with the work that she does in science and in teaching. And through her initiative with Evie at the Multicultural Centre, has set up her own science club.
There's nothing more iconic than the Snowy project. I grew up hearing about it. My grandfather, when he arrived in Australia, worked on the railway, was part of that migrant story. And I very much wanted to be part of that next chapter. And so here I am, and I love it. I mean, I get to stand at site and I look up at the vista and boy, it's better than the red dirt out west and, you know, the traffic in Melbourne. So yeah, that's why I'm here.
There are a lot of different types of civil engineering, but that's where I resonate. I want to build bridges, I want to build high-rise buildings. I want to see different types of projects that nobody has ever seen before. Hence, I joined the Snowy 2.0.
Last year, I worked on site up at Cabramatta, so I was entirely site-based during the week and then came back to Cooma on weekends. Yesterday, I was out on site again, so left here bright and early, 7 a.m. Went out to a few of the dams that we have down in the Lower Tumut region to look at the instruments that are out there. So I'm sort of looking at trying to improve all of the monitoring at Taubingo Dam, at Junima Dam, T3 Inlet, the power station inlet. So basically just, you know, helping the dam safety team make sure that these structures stay where they are.
You must get so excited when the children's eyes light up. Is that when the balloon goes bang, or what is it?
Yeah.
No, like, what is it that really does entice children to want to learn more?
Children love when they made anything by themselves, when they see what happened, when they see colors getting out from the experiment, when they see the balloon blow up. These small experiments make them love what they are make, and that makes them inspired to continue.
People always think, what do you do, Evie, is amazing. No, I get inspired by the women I work with. They make me do what I do. And then to see the Multicultural Centre become a science lab is amazing. To see the Multicultural Centre turn into an international cafe is amazing. To see the Multicultural Centre turn into a dance performance group is amazing. The thing that happened at the Multicultural Centre is people don't know. It's quite great, and that's what I want to do. I want to provide a space where people can shine.
What's the one thing you'd like people to take away?
I suppose from my perspective, it's the importance of being comfortable and asking questions. Be brave, ask the question. If you need help, ask, or if you're not sure, there are people out there that will absolutely help you. It's amazing the network that exists within the Cooma, the region, but also just within the project itself.
I'm just thinking about how you opened up this session where you said it's about 100 years ago where this discussion started. And I'm very excited of what the future may hold, because not just women, now we are seeing diversity in different communities, LGBTQ. So I'm really excited about the future, and I would encourage everyone to probably just have a think more just gender equalities, gender complementary, how we complement each other.
I think the biggest thing I've really picked up from everyone here is just supporting everybody you meet and supporting one another. And you know, if you give people a chance, like they really will shine through with something quite unique.
That's a great lead-in. Isra, what would you like people to take away from this? One is you've survived and thrived 6 months in, and you might be still scared of spiders and snakes, but not public speaking. Well done.
I think everyone need people to encourage him and help people to make what they love. As I'm here, and I was very nervous to be here, but my friend come to support me and to encourage me to make that. So I think everyone need people to help them to make what they love.
It breaks my heart to think that there is a woman lonely at home. And I think it needs a whole community to change that. If you know of someone who is sitting at home or is lonely, go and knock at their door. If you see them walking in the street looking different, smile. Everyone can do that. It's so simple. Just smile at them. And just realize that there might be lots of sad stories as well behind the burqa, for example, or behind certain clothing. Just smile, say hello. That changed my world. People recognizing I was a person in Cooma when I first came, and someone smiled at me and acknowledged that I existed.
As women in particular, that we do help others, whether it be in careers. We don't climb the career path and say it was tough for me, so the rest of you bad luck, or in community. So I think that complementarity that Arlene started talking about, and also supporting, as Isabel was saying, supporting each other to be part of this community, to really unlock all of our talents. We all have unique talents, and often we don't know what they are, and I think we've heard that today, particularly through a few stories. The talent we started with and where we now work are very, very different to where we started. So thank you, panel. Give them a huge round of applause.